What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. It's your boy Wolf Smoke. We're going to be continuing our playthrough experience of Elden Ring. I think we left off here at the round table hold in the last recording. Came back here. We pumped a couple levels in strength so I can one-hand the Knight Rider Glaive. Now, we have those stat points due to the Radigan Sword Seal, so we're not naturally able to use the weapon, but with this equipped, we do have the requirement strength of 26. So we can use this. To talk about it, I put the Warfrost Stomp Ash of War on the weapon. If you're wondering where to get that Ash of War, if you don't know where it's at, I'm gonna head up here to the Karya Manor. Be cautious of the summoning archer. It's gonna be basically raining arrows down upon you. You're gonna go from the main Karya Manor gate, just out here to the right. You're gonna hit this little pond area. There'll be one of those invisible wandering around scarabs. You're gonna go ahead and take them out. I did run up here to the Ravine Vale Village. We're gonna be clearing that a little bit later, probably along with the Karya Manor, prior to going in and clearing out the academy. But we ran up there early to get some upgrade mats, so to talk about that as well, we have Bloodhound's Fang that's been +5 for the past couple of episodes. We now have the Knight Rider Glaive up to +8. So I think you could potentially have this up to like a +10 or +11 if you really go out and farm for it, but I didn't want to waste too much time, and I am kind of not necessarily avoiding, but I haven't been doing these subsequent little caves and caverns other than what's necessary for platinum once we hit the lake section. So everything in Limgrave, as you can see, we've cleared everything out. And I was saying once after Stormvale moving forward, we're just going to be doing the platinum related things to cover for individuals that might need some help along the way. You'll notice right here we do have a cave marked, which is tied into a later quest. So let's head over here, go into the cave, and then we might even go for the Ravine Vale Village in this episode. I'm not 100% sure yet. There is a decent weapon when we take out the Ravine Vale Village, which is why I'm considering doing it. I'm going to actually make it daytime so I can see. However, clearing that out can be a little bit tricky, so we might wait a little bit. There's still the glintstone dragon in the lake we have not fought yet. There's a couple other things. A lot of stuff in this associated area has to do with casters. So, you know, some people might be like, oh, you didn't take on the crystallines, like, why didn't you do that? And it's like, well, I'm not planning on using Terra Magicus, and I'm also not needing the crystal staff, so I'm not going to be covering that in this playthrough. I'm playing quality. We're going to have a little bit of faith mixed in, maybe a little bit of arcane in certain aspects where we had to get a few levels to use one of the, like the weapon buffs. You're just going to go into this cave right here. So like we had to, let's cover that actually as well. So we had to pump a few levels, I think 3 levels in total, to be able to use Blood Flame Blade. We were already able to use Electrify Armament. We had the requirements early on as well, the Flame of Frenzy, which we're going to be getting another Frenzied spell cast, or incantation, I guess, if you want to call it that. That'll be coming up probably after the Karya Manor. We can probably, we can even do that before we do the academy. So we might just take that path of progression. It's more of like for the faith builds out there, for the faith boys, the paladins, you know. I'm not going to be a full paladin build with this one. We're going to be, like I said, leaning into quality. But it's also playthrough stuff that I'm going to cover on my faith build. And I found doing things in that order will in fact help some people out. So, you know, we might showcase it here in this series just to help some others who might be struggling. Pop this open. Get your arterial leaf. Some beast men over here that we're gonna take out. Oh yeah, watch out for this. I forgot he jumps out on you. Get off me. Another one over here. Get your cave moss. This is another decent Well, I don't, you know, a lot of the caves actually in the lake section, you can get a decent amount of the cave moss, so. As I always say, you know, make sure you get some. Oh, watch out for the big boy. Like I said, you'll use this for other... Oh, God. I didn't realize this was in combat. Oh, hello. How many of them are over here? What the fuck? I don't remember there being that many. Well, oh, they might have came down from there. Anyway, yeah, lots of enemies here. I was so rudely interrupted. I use cave moss for the boluses. That's the main thing. So, like, later on, you'll want cave moss to make, like, rot boluses and things like that. Why don't I remember this cave, like, at all? Alright, well, you know the flame blade. I'll put that on. Got a bit of a fight up ahead of us here. Yeah, that works. Fireflies, get that. Open this up. Get you the spear talisman. Nothing that I'm going to use, but there you go, if you were wondering. You can't go up there. Head back this way. It's funny, I do not remember this cave at all. Kind of wild to me, to be honest. Can we go just up here? Beast bones. Oh, it's... Wait. Is this where we are? Hang on. Are in this cave. Oh, how interesting. Okay. I thought this came a little bit later, but we'll tackle it now. Gonna be some mages down low. We're gonna be mindful of them. Kind of some BS involved with these mages. Let's actually take this path of progression first, I think is what we need to do. We'll see the little Lapras, little snail guys. But yeah, down low here, oh, I remember this now. Down low here, there are some mages that we're going to have to take out, and then there's also a Bloodhound Knight, so I'm going to want to be a little bit mindful of my flask use. Could be a few of these guys here. Oh. Now, I was thinking of doing the Karya Manor just to showcase there's a weapon up there if you're doing a hybrid build, but you know, I'm sitting here kind of thinking about it. The main reason why I go up to the Karya Manor is because we get carry and retaliation. So there's a spell parry, you know, these guys coming up ahead here that we're going to be facing allows you to parry spells that are going to be incoming similar to the enemies ahead. And what it does is the retaliation is it puts these glintstone blades up above you, which will shoot back at the enemy. So it's basically like you parry their damage incoming and you send it right back to them. It's something that I like having on the Academy, but I'm feeling pretty confident with this build for just, you know, we could probably just do the Academy now. So if you guys are like following this along, you can already be knocking that out if you want to. Oh yeah, there's just a bunch of these things in here. Yeah, that's probably the cleanest way to take him out right there. That was nice. Little 1, 2, 3. So now I think there's a bit of a hop down. Yeah, so there's a hop down. You'll see all those items there, which is cool. Then when we go back in that way, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Now I don't think there are some of these caves where like the crystals and stuff, you have some crazy hop down paths that you can take. Go here first. Allow you to grab the soft cotton, which if you're ever worried about a fall, you're like, oh man, like I don't know if I'm gonna die to that. What you can do, go into your inventory. You can go to, you know, a glowstone or a rainbow stone. And I'm pretty sure with the glowstone even, you can throw that out, right? And see how it'll illuminate the area, which is really nice. Those glowstones are great in dark areas, really dark caves and stuff. Find your way. But also, when you're of a height that if you jump down it would kill you, if you throw a stone, you'll hear it break and shatter once it hits the ground. So, if you're ever worried about it, that is an option for you. There's smithing stone 4. It's always good to have. Oh wait, this is not where the caster guys are. They're just a bunch of snails. Oh. Hiss at me? Okay, so this is the more basic one. Once we go through this, door here, we're gonna be running into one of those Bloodhound Knights. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff up my blade. Pop this. And I'll pop this as well. So once you go in, he's gonna drop down, and it's just you and him. This is the same enemy that we fought with Goliath in the beginning of the game. Very aggressive. Oh, fuck. Very aggressive. There we go. So that'll give you a talisman, the Cerulean Amber Medallion. Nothing that you need. I don't need at least, but if you're curious. Raises maximum FP, similar to the one that we have that raises max stamina. We're not going to worry about it. Let's talk about after the academy, or if you're fast tracking it, once you finish up the academy, you're going to get a 3rd talisman slot. So that's usually when I equip my arsenal charm. We'll start getting some better armor on our character here pretty soon. We'll get some fashion going. But for right now, we're going to head out here. And this is Latenna. So if you guys remember one of the previous episodes, hopefully close to this one in this recording, we had went down to the village of Albenarix, I believe is how you say that. And within that village, there was a hidden guy in the jar. We hit the jar, and we spoke with him, and he gave us 1/2 of the Halig Tree Medallion, which is right here. So, in order to get your platinum, to go to the Halig Tree, and in order to continue this sort of like side questing that does in fact tie into you getting your platinum, you need to make it through that cave, past the Bloodhound Knight. We're going to speak to Latenna right here. We're actually going to get her as a summon, and I think with her hearing of us having 1/2 of the medallion, she'll essentially be aiding us in getting the other half. So before you speak with her, hop up here, grab the rune arc. So that is the item. You can pop one of those. It would activate the passives of your Great Rune. It's like ultimate buff. It's like popping an Ember in Dark Souls 3, basically. So let's go ahead and speak with her.
Fell tarnished. I told the all here that I possess, or have you come as my other half?
So she's kind of brushing you off because she's like, nah, I ain't giving you the other half But if you show her that you already have the first half, she'll be like, ah, okay.
So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna. An Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute.
Yeah, remember they were taken out, so she was one of the village that was taken out by Gideon and Ensha and whatever, you know, pillage run they made on that village. So basically purged it out. She's one of the last remaining. So yeah, some lore points, I guess, to talk about. I really don't like Gideon, so there's lore that makes Gideon look like a bad guy.
The medallion's been... Would you consider doing... I must go back. There is something I must do. Even if I must say farewell to my... Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halig tree.
So she wants...
I would gladly of the whereabouts.
She wants us to bring her along to the Halig tree and to make that journey, which is a late game zone. So we're going to hear her request, and then we will receive her as a summon.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erdtree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold. And
that literally tells you everywhere to go to get where you need to go for the Halig tree. And she literally lays it out right there, so.
Then I suppose it's farewell. I will go with forgive me.
Oh well, Latenna. There we go.
Call upon me when needed, and I will fight at your side.
Yeah, she's got our back. A badass archer, like a ash, excuse me, ash summon. Let me get my words correct here. Damn, she got an ass now. So same as our skeletal militiamen right here. You know, she does cost 74. That's pretty costly, right? Which I don't have 74 currently. At the 44 for the skeletal militiamen, they're still looking like a good choice. But if you do want a long-ranged, someone to kind of poke at bosses, things like that, you can have Latenna. So now that we covered that, and I embarrassed myself with miswording what I was saying, from there is a couple more things that we're going to want to do. I'm remembering correctly. Let me just go ahead and check my little notebook here. So we did the first cave that we wanted to handle. We tackled Latenna for this episode. I think from there... Oh, yes. From there, we need to go back to lake-facing cliffs. Let's talk about this for a moment. So this was covered partially in the last episode. I do know that that was in the last recording that's going to be prior to this one. We were doing the Grape Lady quest line, which if you guys know, and if you guys have played into the game for a while, as many have, you'll know that she's tied into the Flame of Frenzy quest line, ending, whatever it is that you really want to call it. So when we exit Stormvale, I'm just going to cover this again. You speak to the Grape Lady, who's right here. It's an NPC that looks just like Arena, which was, I think the guy's name was Edward, his daughter down at Castle Morn that was killed on the road. There would be an NPC looking very familiar standing here. Speak with her, go back inside of Stormvale Castle. You're going to go right where I'm looking. There's going to be a doorway. Just follow the path and then up in. You'll get a Shabriri grape. So you're going to give her the grape here, and that'll progress her to the next point that we're going to cover, which is going to be right here by the Purified Ruins. So there is a site of grace nearby. We go down to the Purified Ruins. You would speak to her again, and at this point, I want to cover, because I didn't just mention, when we finished up Castle Morn, we did kill the guy, the NPC who was at Castle Morn, the father of Arena. And in doing so, you get a Shabriri grape. So that first step we just spoke about, once you go in the rear of Stormvale Castle, that is picking up your second Shabriri grape. And we've already progressed her from this next zone that we're going to see her at. but I still want to cover what's going on, as I missed this item in an earlier episode. So, we need to head on down here. There's going to be like a couple dogs nearby. Don't take that teleporter. You don't need to take it. It'll take you to an area that's just, you're not even needing to be around or go by right now. Those dogs will just leave us alone. So, here we are. And Arena, once she leaves the lake-facing cliffs, she will be standing right here. You can speak to her again. So then at that point, you're going to give her another grape. And that would be the 2 that you're holding at this point right now. So you would have given her all of the grapes that you have. And then from here, I need to find where the actual... Oh, it's up here, that's why. So we need to go down below here. I'm going to clear everything out. I mean, why not, you know? Kill some shit. Pull this dog kind of solo. As we know, the dogs can be a little brutal. Oh, yeah. Grab that. Now you could just, like, you know, run past these guys and steamroll through everything, but kill him before he alerts everyone. I don't think there's really any, like, subsequent loot around here that we need to worry about at this time. I'm just gonna... Oh, yeah, but I want to take this shit out. Get rid of the dogs. Okay, so now there's going to be some knights inside and then a pathway down below. So, let's go handle this. Now, sir. Oh. Use your shield to block my blade. Oh, we got now a 3rd brass shield, and we got the Cuckoo Surecoats. We got the Cuckoo Knight Armor. Nice. Oh god. Yeah. Pick this up. I think we're safe for the moment. We're gonna roll down this and break it, and that's actually where we want to go. But let me check this out real quick. Well, it is better magic resistance, which is nice. Which, I mean, we are going into a zone that does have a lot of, like, you know, magic casters, those types of enemies. We're now going to be on heavy load, but I want these because they're better magic resistance. These are also better magic resistance. Ooh, we almost have like a Cuckoo Knight set going on for ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Knight Rider glaive off for now. Don't need to use it till we... Really don't need to use it at all at this point, but I'm gonna keep it on for the Academy. Anyways, we're gonna roll down here. And is there a boss? I think there's a boss in here. It might just be a chest. We'll find out. Just a chest. Oh, what is this? That's our Shabriri grape that we wanted. Look at that. Oh, and the 2 fingers heirloom. Let's talk about that as well. So that will raise your faith. You see we're at 16. This goes up to 21. So, barely significant. If you need the faith boost, there you go. If you're, you know, a mainly focused faith style build, I would equip that because likely your weapon and things are going to be scaling even better if you have that equipped. If you're able to afford it at this time, like if you don't need the Ratigan Source Seal, if you don't need the stamina replenish like what I usually need being a melee build, you know, but so now we have what is my 3rd Shabriri grape, right? It would also be your 3rd Shabriri grape. So once you talk to her, like I said, from here, she's then going to be up here at the Gate Town Bridge. And then we give her the 3rd Shabriri grape. Let's do this. Now, be cautious coming here at night. There is a Knight's Cavalry on this road. It's actually the third one we did in one of the earlier episodes. It's not the one that has the Knight Rider glaive. It's the one before that. So.
Hello? Would you donate any?
At least in the order that I do that.
I'm on a pilgrimage, and when I eat.
So she's gonna want another grape.
Oh.
Give her the grape.
Now I can feel that aside.
And then you're gonna tell her what they really are. And yes, yes, the Shabriri grapes are human eyes.
No. That's not possible. Not all of those people. Their own. So those noises I heard were... Sorry, don't mind me.
It's right, girl. Let it all out. Let it all out.
I apologize. I'll be fine. I apologize. I'll be fine.
Okay, so think nothing more of it. We're going to go ahead and rest. Just going to verify that we progress her up to the next area. And she's still over here.
I've gleaned something very important indeed. The reason why it was eyes I had to eat.
Oh yeah, she's gonna tell us, now I see it, I'm gonna be a finger maiden.
I'm so faint.
This is very important dialogue to progress her to the next step. She says, I will be a finger maiden.
I'm certain now.
After she says that, now we're good to leave. Just to showcase that, I mean, you can rest. And she won't be there. Now she's moved on. So, from here, you're going to head up, way up to the north end of the church. Now, we got up here some time ago. We actually went from the Hoarfrost Stomp, where we got that Ash of War. I went across a little rock bridge. Kill a couple enemies, you run up, you get a nomadic merchant, and then you run up the hill, continuing that way, you get the Bellum Church. When you cross here, you can double back and go this way to the Ravine Vale Village, which I'll be doing that in a little bit. So, for the next step of the Grape Lady, let's go to the Bellum Church and let's talk about what the next step is. We're doing pretty good on time too, so we might even be able to get this next part taken care of for the Grape Lady. So now you'll notice she's here. What she's going to tell us is now she's looking for a fingerprint grape, which let's go ahead and talk to her. She'll tell us that information. I'll talk about a couple of things here at Bellum Church.
Oh, hello. Have you ever heard of their special? I would truly the distant light, but I can't sense a please without one.
Yeah, so she's like, please feed
There
it to me.
Please, without one, I.
Give me your seed. I mean, grape. This isn't Sekiro. Anyway, head down here. If you come up the way that I'm talking about, you're gonna be like Hoarfrost Stomp is just across there. You come across that stone bridge, you drop down, you can kill those two enemies. Come up this cliff, if you want to call it that. Just work your way up, and you'll get to the base of the Bellum Church, and you'll go inside. This guy doesn't have a whole lot going on. He does have some rune arcs. If you're looking for great arrows or something for your ballista, there you go. This one as well, it's a parry shield, but it's not very good, so it is what it is. The Bewitching Branch is actually pretty funny. It's a fun item to use. You can basically have that, use it against an enemy, and if you land a hit with it, they'll basically become an ally in the fight. You can actually get, like, for example, these two miners, these mining guys over here. If you were to hit one of them with that branch, it would start attacking the other. So these guys, you can farm up, I think, smithing 2s and 3s from these guys. Specifically these two right here. It's not always a guaranteed drop, but you can farm them. Pop a flask real quick. And then there's one of the Cuckoo Knights down here. I'm gonna go kill, just because I like farming this guy whenever I can. Booyah! Wow. And you'll see the armor that we have is more the basic. He has a better set. You notice that little chest plate shield and stuff like that. So this is Cuckoo Knight armor. I think what we have on currently is called something else, right? It's the Cuckoo Surcoat. So we have the Surcoat. We don't have the Knight's armor. This is the Cuckoo Knight armor. So if you see him around, you want to get their armor set if you like it. Go for it. And pop back up here. So, from the Bellum Church, we're going to head out. I'm going to go grab another side of grace. Things get a little bit interesting in this zone. It's past time. Let's make it morning again just for a fresh recap of the day. The daytime cycle. Let's see. Nothing else we really need to worry about right now. Yeah, we're good. Actually, you know what? Can we alter this? I don't know if we can. No, we cannot. Alright, so from the Bellum Church, we're going to go ahead and head out. And we're going to take a path. Now, if you want to go up to Altus Plateau, this is the Grand Lift area where you go up. We're not doing that. We're actually going to be going right over this way. Kind of right back in there is where we're going to want to go. As well. Here. And yeah, we could probably drop down there and do that right now. Well, and then you'll notice there's a mine right here. I haven't hit yet. We're gonna do that probably towards the end of the episode, just to kind of tie off some things. Those will give us some other upgrade materials. Nothing too important. As far as things we've left behind, a lot of which is mainly for casters. And my apologies, guys. I just don't play as a caster, so. Normally not much of a concern of mine. Oh yeah, watch out for the big ass ballista that's going to be firing at us. Or the catapult, whatever it may be. But we're going to head up here and, you know, now at this point you've progressed the Grape Lady quite a bit, right? You know, we've had little instances of that Frenzied village in the beginning, kind of near Castle Morn Rampart. But now we're actually going to the Frenzied village, if I remember correctly. As well, there's going to be a tower up here. Watch out for these guys. Pretty sure they also have the Frenzied flames. Just take them out. A few little ones. So yeah, take them out. A few more up there. I want to grab my bearings real quick. So there's a camp down low that we'll take out a little bit later. I'll usually take that camp out on my way up to the gate for Altus, just to make things a little more fun and interesting. But this route, you saw the Frenzied rats. I'm going to keep going this way. I'm actually going to... If you guys want, go ahead and disregard those markers. I'm just going to follow the path. But come on out this way. There's some big rats around us and stuff like that. Ballista's still trying to get us. Now, careful. Because we're in the line of sight of this thing. Oh, God. Nice beat. So you see this bar that's building up on us? That's madness. Now madness hurts when it hits you and it builds up. And I don't know how I'm going to be doing currently. It's going to kill me or not. So I'm going to let that cool down. That'll settle down. It looks like the fucking Eye of Sauron up top of us. Get over this way, get to where it can't see you. Let this cool down a bit. Basically, as long as you're not in its line of sight, you'll be okay. Wait for it to cool down. And now we're just gonna freaking book it. It's gonna start building up. It might actually build up all the way on us. It's gonna hurt. Okay, we made it. Yeah, come around here. Come around here. We find, little one. That's like, let's bait him out so he's in line of sight. So I'm gonna let this cool down. You notice there's a minor Erd tree up behind us as well. It's this one right here. Just letting this cool on down. Reason why we're doing this a little bit earlier than what I normally do it at as well is there's an invasion that's going to take place. And we're just going to run past those boys. We don't need to worry about them. Maybe summon up all kinds of BS at us. Now, where's the side of grace? Here is the side of grace. Oh, grace. Oh, grace. Yeah, and there's the... Yeah, it looks like the Eye of Sauron, huh? So that's like the Frenzied Flame. It gets a little risky right here, so I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna rest, pop a few rune items, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take that tower out. There's basically a way to take the tower out where you don't have to worry about that Flame of Frenzy anymore. That's what we're gonna do. We'll handle the invasion. Let's talk about this since we're here. This is a puzzle tower. We do need one of the helmets that we get in the academy, and we need a certain gesture to unlock that tower so we can get an additional memory stone, I think is what's at the top. So I already have 5 different spell abilities. You can obviously have a lot more. I usually just work with 5. It's a good number. Try not to overdo it with my FP bar and actually play melee. So inventory. Ooh, am I even gonna have enough? I need 4,000 runes. Ooh, this might bottom us out, but I'd rather go for it. And there we go. Please be enough. Oh yeah, we have enough. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is see how strength, because I'm getting that additional from the Radigan Source Seal. I'm going to go ahead and go another level up because I want to get this to a natural 25, 26. It's actually 26 for the weapon. I'm gonna get my health up to 30, endurance up to 30, and then from there, I think dump stat will be strength. So strength up one more, so you don't have too much to worry about. Now this this tower, I mean, we can easily die here. Just please keep that in mind. It might even take me a couple of attempts. We'll see how this goes. But now we're basically just gonna book it. Sprint, torrent, sprint. You notice it's not... Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's getting built up on us. So we can crouch here and kind of avoid it, which is nice. There's some rats up at the top that I just really hate dealing with, so... Now we can go up here, get to a slightly closer spot, grab that. And then, just so you guys know, when we're right under the tower at these rats, we're not going to have that build up on us, but take this punk out, take the other ones out. God, see what I'm saying about the madness? Yeah, we might die here. Hang on. No, wait, no, we're good. So yeah, you gotta be like right under it to not get affected by it. It can catch you lacking, that's for sure. It can definitely, Again, this can definitely kill you, so just be mindful. Might take a couple tries for some. I've done this on quite a few different playthroughs, and I still kind of struggle with the rhythm for it. What we're gonna do is go up here. You can open this up. Howl of Shabriri, which is like a close range kind of AoE. It'll build up a ton of madness for basic PvP enemies, but just keep in mind, like, also when you kill all these guys, no more Flame of Frenzy ever again at this tower. So that will not respawn. Like, that's it. That's all that we wanted to do with that. So we're good. But the Howl of Shabriri, like I was saying, it builds up a ton of madness on like more basic enemies, my understanding. It will not build madness on bosses. So I usually like the Flame of Frenzy, that AoE I prefer. However, if you're doing the Howl of Shabriri, if you have people in PvP situations, you can use it, but once someone sees you doing it at least once or twice, they'll probably start avoiding getting close to you. It's right here. Or so I thought. Oh no. Alright, we'll have to double check my notes on that one. What we can do, let's go into the Frenzied Village. So we can at least do this for right now. This is cool. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna build up frenzy on you, so just be careful. And like, could die here. Fair statement. Grab this. So note the Lord of Frenzied Flame. So this is kind of interesting here. I don't know how much of it we can actually read. So let's go, now that we grabbed this. There's some other stuff we're going to do in there. I just want to get by the grace, rest, make it morning. Just give, like, you know, world reset to this, to the whole, yeah, to the whole shebang. Alright, so we just picked something up. It's not, like, super important, but if you want some lore points on the Frenzied Flame, I do believe that that little note beneath Lindell at the very bottom lies our Lord, Lord of the Frenzied, the three fingers who holds us in thrall. So they're imprisoned by the Flame of Frenzy. It basically tells you right there, if you're going to be becoming the Lord of the Frenzied Flame, if you're doing that playthrough, that's where you're going to want to go. You're going to want to go under Lindell. It's just a clue where to get that stuff later. Oh god. There's just a ton of... Yeah, they will try and cast it. So be cautious of that. Weathered straight sword, glass shard. The Frenzied Cookbook. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's some knights over here. Lots of Aya Yalog. Arteria leaf. Lock onto him. Fuck, man. What are we doing? Anything's done? Riri's wool. Is there another little something around here, I thought? There's a little something else around here. Wait, is there not? Might be thinking about a different set of buildings. Yeah. Didn't make that jump. I cannot remember what's... Oh, there's a mausoleum near us. Frenzied Flame Village. We clear that out. We got Shabriri's Woe, which is... Oh my goodness. Constantly attracts enemy aggression, so if you just want to take on the world around you, there you go. Now I thought there were... Maybe the drop I'm thinking of, or the item, was the Shabriri Woe. That's just one of the flask scarabs. Don't have to worry about that. Head up here. Is there anything atop that bridge? I don't think there is. Okay. Well, let's head up. Whoa, Torrent. There a dude just chilling right here? What are you doing, sir? Alright, so Frenzied Cookbook. Clarifying boluses, so that'll alleviate the buildup of madness. So I guess, you know, if you are struggling with the tower, you can run in, grab that recipe real quick, get the items you need to craft a couple of those up, and then, you know, you might be able to take that tower out with a little bit more ease. I want to double check that. I feel like there's something in this village that I'm forgetting. Yeah, that's the mausoleum. 2 mausoleums. Right next to each other. Those guys are sitting there. What part is that? Oh, okay. Those are the guys that are sitting there stomping. There's more of them over by the bird tree. Oh, what are you? There it is. That's our Frenzied Burst. That's what I was looking for. So it was up on top. Watch out for these summoning flowers, whatever they're called. Then we'll get some, grab some rune items from here. Always good to grab all we can. And just kind of casually just mosey along, grab our loot. Go. Awesome. So, Frenzied Burst, the Ash of War, or not, sorry, not Ash of War, the incantation we just picked up, that's like your snipe. It has the, like, from the point where you can lock onto a target, that is your range. It has like max range to utilize. This is all later game stuff. That's actually the Altus Plateau back over there, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, maybe not quite the Altus Plateau. It's so cool just to like find a peak and then start looking. It's so trippy. Alright, let's go up top here. I think there's something else we can do. Main thing that we wanted was Frenzied Burst. If you want to go down, I mean, you can go down here. Right? Actually, here, let's go up top first, then we'll make our way down. There's some other grace sites that we can get before we wrap up. I think we already hit the... Yeah, we're already past... We're working towards an hour, so... Trying to keep these episodes like 45 minutes long, but sometimes it just goes a little bit more than that. Is this... This is the invasion. Okay, this is the invasion. I'm so sorry, I was in the wrong area. Where you at? Where are you? Invaded by Fingerprint Vike. Yes, so this guy will build up a ton of madness on you. Be careful. Okay, he's got range shit. He builds madness when he hits you. Thank God for Bloodhound's Fang. It's insane. And see, he builds up madness quick. He can also heal. Be mindful of that. Get him. Get him. Get him. There we go. And there's the fingerprint break we were looking for. So my apologies. We'll have to fast track that little part of the episode when I'm super confused. And you get Vike's War Spear, also a really cool weapon. Let's see, we don't have the faith requirement at this time, but just so I can showcase it, and put this on, so now we do have the faith requirement. And this weapon is a lot of fun. Ooh. Super cool. Like PvP wise, it builds madness as you hit enemies with it, but it's pokey. I'm not a big fan of the pokes. I do like the sweep and the charge attack, and I absolutely love the weapon art, even though it's kind of, you know, double-edged sword as you also build madness upon yourself. But it's a great weapon to have. That's why I wanted to showcase it. Put this back on. But yeah, so Vike invades right up here by the church. So you go from the, you know, where the, we got the Frenzied Tower, Site of Grace. We have this other tower up here where that Troll Knight was guarding. We have a catacomb down below, I believe. So from this, you can hit the Frenzied Flame Village to get Shabriri's Woe. And then you basically like work up this, work this way. You'll get Frenzied Shot, which I'll show you guys in just a second. And then we head up here. So I think there's another like sacred tier inside, stuff like that. And I actually have to equip the weapon, or not weapon, the incantation I was just talking about, so. Okay, head in here. This is the Finger Maiden robe. Poor thing. Now, I'm not sure. I think this might potentially be one of the maidens that you can use to do the Lord of Blood thing. Grab the Sacred Tear. Not 100% though if you can use her. We've already taken care of that in a prior episode, so kind of is what it is, but little info. Flask, we can increase the amount. Oh yes, that's so good for us. And then let's go ahead and memorize spell. What do we need? We need a faith of 22. Oh my goodness. And this is faith of 33, so I'm obviously never going to use Hala Shabriri. Frenzied Burst. I might take faith up to 24 for a later weapon that I might use, so we'll think about it. But that's basically like a sniper shot. Shoot it out of your eye, and it, again, like from the longest point where you can lock onto a target, that thing will hit that far away. So. Also, keep in mind if you're looking for Eye of Yalog later on, you can go to the Frenzied Veiled Village, which has a ton of them, as well. This church up here, looks like there's a couple that'll spawn. Can't remember what those are actually for, to be completely honest. We might not have... Oh, here we go. It's for the clarifying boluses. So, if you need to alleviate madness, there you go. Oh, I can make a ton of blood bolts. Kind of nice. Arrows. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Oh, the Exalted Flesh, we did pick up the recipe for this. Temporarily boosts physical attack. I have 4. Can I make like 6 of them? I can only make 1. It's crazy. Well, now I have 5. Fire damage. Got an additional cracked pot earlier. some more darts. Blood grease, nah. Fire grease, yeah. Love me some fire grease. We're not going to worry about it right now. I think I'll just make one more so I got 10 in the old inventory. Go. But yeah, so we took out... Oh, here's another one right here. So we took out the invader. Took out Vike. Now we can head back to the Bellum Church. We'll give the grape lady the fingerprint grape. We'll probably wrap up the episode from here.
They're special grapes, please. Without one, Oh, a fingerprint. Thank you. May the blessing of the... Thank you. I'm sure I'll be a finger maiden.
Okay. From there. Rest. Get up. Now she's moved on. So Lindell is the... I believe Lindell's actually like royal capital, Altus Plateau area, so we're not going to see her till much later. But you've now taken care of the Grape Lady questline. So if you want to do the Flame of Frenzy ending, there you go. We got everything caught up now. Again, lake-facing cliffs, then the Purified Ruins, then the Gate Town Bridge, then the Bellum Church, at which point from Bellum Church, you head out, you're going to wrap around this way, you're going to go to the Frenzied Tower, there's a Site of Grace nearby. I would advise just going through the Frenzied Flame Village anyway, just take that out, take out the tower. Don't forget about this little puzzle tower back here. I'm actually going to put a marker for later. And then from the Frenzied Flame Village, also why you want to clear it out is that's where you access the cliff to kind of go up. You'll get the Frenzied Shot, like the sniper shot right here. And you head up here to the church. On the way to the Church of Inhibition, we do get invaded by Commander Vike. You take him out. You get Vike's War Spear, as well your Fingerprint Grape. You come back to the Bellum Church. You give the Grape Lady the Fingerprint Grape. So, for anyone that was wondering, that's the order you're going to want to do it in. Hope it helps some that are out there, maybe confused, or like, yeah, I always see her and I never know how to do that quest. Well, I hope this helps. So, it's your boy Wolf. See you guys in the next segment. Just to tell you guys about what we're going to be doing. And we do have some options here. I can easily, I'm sure, go through the Royal Academy right now, take out the second demigod, get my third talisman slot, and then game is pretty much on easy mode there for me for the rest of it. However, there's a mine right here. I think I'm going to go clear. I'll record it if it seems like it's worthwhile. But if you guys are wondering, I'm going to go do this mine so that way I can get some upgrade mats. If you guys are needing upgrade mats, I want to take my Knight Rider Glaive to +10. Right now I'm at +8. So I'm going to go look around for some smithing stones, check my notes. I can't quite remember where the ones are that I need currently, so that's why we're not doing that in the recording. But yeah, so you can either take out the, Royal Academy, do that, or we can go up to Caria Manor. I'm thinking of doing Caria Manor first. There's a weapon there I can show you guys that if you're doing a hybrid build is pretty interesting. As well, we'll get Carrion Retaliation. This will help people that absolutely struggle at the Royal Academy. So if you're not doing the leveling I'm doing, you want to keep it more of a true and a bit more difficult playthrough, if you will. I'll go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about that, but the enemies in here are not fun to deal with. There is a boss at the end, so we'll progress all the way through. We'll get what we need to get, and then out back, we basically drop down and we can get a merchant. And then, as well, there's a few things to do out here. So yeah, maybe we'll do Caria Manor. We'll do the stuff out back, very minimal stuff, and then yeah, we'll be on a good progression path from there. We'll do that. We'll take out the second Royal Academy. I'll probably go kill the Glintstone Dragon at some point as well to get some runes farmed up. And then just to note, we still have like the western run right here. I think there's still a couple things like these Erd trees I have not taken out. I'm going to actually mark these so I don't forget. don't worry, we're getting close to wrapping up, guys. Yeah, I think actually we'll go ahead and wrap there, because we took out the... Yeah, we took out this Erd tree. This one was just grabbing one of the tiers. Let's double check. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I'll have to double check and make sure if I actually... Did I take this one out already? Let's go check. Let's go double check. So this is one of those towers where you would put the helmet on from the academy and you do the erudition pose, and then a ladder drops down and you can climb up. There's actually a much easier way to do this one, and I realized I wasn't recording, so we'll tie up the episode with kind of talking about this. So if you need the... I think at this point I only had like 4 casting slots. If you need a 5th, or if you just want to have as many as you possibly can, you can jump up here, and then you're gonna hop up there, and at that point you've basically solved it. You open this up, you get yourself another memory stone. Parkour. Parkour. Oh yeah, we have not taken out this Erd tree. Okay, I'll probably go ahead and save him. Now these guys, there's a lot of these dudes around the area. Let me see if we can take him out fairly easily. I'm gonna save him for the next episode. We'll wrap here, and then that way, next episode, I know we've been doing a lot of talking and jumping around and, you know, kind of working on the build a little bit, but there's, you know, there's a rhyme and a rhythm for everything, and there's reasoning for it. So we also want to explain to people that might be struggling or not understanding, right? Like, and what weapon should I be using? How do I go about leveling things up so I get the proper scaling and things like that? So I guess just to tie it off here, we got 3 almost 60 coming out of a +5 Bloodhound's Fang. Our Knight Rider Glaive, we're at 257. Sword Spear's not leveled up. I mean, Morningstar is leveled up, but like 257 versus 181, right? 170 isn't too bad, but we're not going to be using Vike's War Spear, really. The main focus that we're going to be using is Bloodhound's Fang and the Knight Rider Glaive. So, I will catch you guys in the next recording. We'll see you guys next time. Much love from your boy Wolf. Peace.